I'm sure you've had it as a fan watching your team play in matches where extra time happens. I was watching the game yesterday, and as someone that doesn't support Barnsley or Sheffield Wednesday, I didn't have a dog in the fight. So I was sort of, for a bit more drama, I was hoping it goes to penalties. When it got to about 115 minutes, I'm thinking, okay, just put the ball out, no dramas at all. As a player on that pitch, what are you thinking? We can nick it, or let's just all agree now to go to penalties? How are you feeling with 5 minutes to go?
No, I always think there's that shout of you'll get one more chance, and as the game goes on, you think it's never going to come. But just so happy when Josh managed to score a header. I don't think I've ever seen him score a header in all the time.
Were you first to him?
I don't know where I ran. I can't even. I got to him eventually.
Yeah.
We had a little Daniel Sturridge dance because the gaffer got him to send us a little talk before the game, a little video. So we managed to get that in as well.
Yeah, again,
sorry, but what did the video say?
A whole host of things. He sent us one before the Peterborough game, a voice note, just about his past experience from different finals and what it took and how he felt. And I think the manager, thought it's somebody that the squad would respect and could relate to. And then he wanted to send us a video. I think he was at the game as well. A few of the boys found him out last night in London, so they put a picture in the group message. So yeah, fair play to Studge. Some really good words. And yeah, managed to do the trick for the semi-final and the final. So I think we'll be having a few more videos of him if that's the outcome.
Liam, now obviously you've won at Wembley and of course what an achievement that was, but when you think about the feeling you had in the semi-final, coming back from 4-0 down, something that's never been done, to obviously you went through in that game and then the final, can you compare the two kind of feelings? Because I know one's the final and that should be the obvious, but coming back from 4-0 down, I mean, that took some doing as well.
Yeah, the final's obviously the icing on the cake, but just going back to last Thursday, that energy and the emotion in the stadium, to obviously score the fourth goal as well, personally for me.
I thought it was OG that.
Nah, you'll be claiming that. Yeah. But no, just it's becoming the Wednesday way, they keep saying, but I don't really, these last minute goals, I'd rather have it nice and comfortable, but it never seems to happen like that, really.
Barnsley had a player sent off, I think, just into the second half early on. Did you then feel that as the game ebbed and flowed and you hadn't got ahead, that maybe you were going to miss your chance? Because obviously when you're playing a team, even more so in the final, and they've got 10, you sort of think that you're expected to get through against them?
Yeah, I think, like you said before, it weren't by any means a classic, but I think that just kind of, made Barnsley sit in like they should do and try and hit us on the counter-attack, and they had some great chances. Fair play to them. They kept going with 10 men and, 120 minutes. It's not easy. So, yeah, I think we probably would have liked to have made that advantage count a bit sooner. But, yeah, I think in the end, we got the job done, so we can't complain, really.
What did Darren Moore say afterwards? Because I saw a video obviously circulating on social media after the semi-final when he spoke about the mentality, the preparation for that game. What did he say after this one?
Not much as I can remember. I just getting sprayed with champagne and everybody slapping him on his head, to be honest. We did go back to the team hotel and he had a few words and he just thanked everybody's families for being part of the journey and the time and sacrifice they give, as well as the players, which I thought was really nice. And he was back on the coach, to be honest, Bentley, with the trophy and around 10 o'clock with his family. So his head always sees a bigger picture. It's one of his best qualities. When everyone's high, when things are going well, he's always just stays level-headed and he's just a cool, calm character. And I'm really pleased for him and all his staff.
What games are you looking forward to next season? I'm sure you've had that thought before. Obviously, it won't be the Sheffield derby because they've gone up, but you've seen the teams that have come down from the Premier League as well. Have you got any teams, any grounds you're looking forward to going to?
Yeah, there's a few derbies in there, so to speak. We've got Rotherham, we've got Leeds, we've got Huddersfield, so they're always good games to have as a Wednesday player. But yeah, there's a stark contrast in general in terms of some of the stadiums that you go to in League One to the Championship. So I'm looking forward to that.
Liam, I can't believe Bazza went down because he thought he was going to penalty, so he acted like he had a bit of a calf problem or a hamstring problem to get himself off the penalties. It's shocking that.
To be honest, Baz, he'll step up even if he can't kick the ball. But yeah, every time he kept going down. I said, "Baz, you done?" He said, "Yeah, I'm done. I'm done, mate." It's been a long season, and he's played a lot of minutes. So we'll let him off. We'll let him off for that.
Do you know
There
what?
was a few trying it, to be honest.
I saw.
I was quite surprised watching it with 4 minutes to go that he came off because he's so important to you. And if it went to penalties, you wouldn't bet your life on him, but he's up there with some of the best penalty takers about. How easy a decision was that for either him or the gaffer to take him off?
I think by that stage, I think we'd all practice penalties. The gaffer had been quite methodical in terms of throughout the build-up. Every day we'd had 1 or 2 penalties each with the speakers, and we trained at the stadium. We had the hostile crowd noise and things like that. So that was something really interesting. Yeah, so it was all built to get us ready for that moment. It didn't get to that moment. Obviously, it did in the semi-final. We'd done it all that week as well. So I think as a team, we were as prepared as we could be. So whoever stepped up, it's fair play for me, really.
Would you have taken one?
I'd have been after the first 5, I think. Yeah.
What number 12?
Yeah, probably. No, I'd done quite well this week. Last week I'd missed 2 out of my 5, but this week I'd done all right. So I'm feeling a bit more confident this week.
All right. Sorry, just going back to what you were saying. You practice penalties with speakers blaring out the noise of crowds screaming at you, do you?
Yeah, so at the training ground we had 2 of the big Bose speakers set up with the hostile crowd noise, and then as we trained at the stadium on, I'm forgetting what day it is, Thursday, Friday, yeah, we had the Hillsborough full blast noise and things. So yeah, it was quite an interesting take, really, but it did the trick in the semi-final, so he just carried it on right the way through.
Yeah. Listen, well done. Thank you so much for your time. What happens now between where we are today and the start of next season? What are you up to?
Yeah, so immediately tomorrow we've got the civic reception at the town hall. So just going to go there and have a nice time with the fans and celebrate this season, and then very quickly. That's the kids going crazy in the background. Very crazy. We'll be back end of June, and all starts again.
You know how you get used to those kids? Do you know how you get used to them?
No.
You want to get those Bose speakers blaring out the noise of kids driving you insane.
That's what I need. I said, listen, I'm on an important call. Just go and play in the front room and put your games on and that. No, they're not paying no attention.
No,
so.
Of course not. Last question, then I'll let you go. Are you thinking of back-to-back promotions yet?
I mean, you look at what Sunderland's done as an example of how close we came, to them last year, and it was a close-fought game in the semi-final last year, and they nearly made it. So I think they're an example for all promoted teams to follow, and if you can take that momentum forward, then at least you can aim high and see where it takes us.
Okay, well, listen. Firstly, thank you so much for your time. Secondly, congratulations. It was. I know it's such a cliche. It's a shame someone had to lose with the last kick of the game, but I'm pleased for you. So congratulations, and I'm sure we'll speak to you next season.